Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's tarot reading. I'm Daya. This is a collective reading today to uncover what might be blocking love to find you. Okay, how you can overcome these obstacles between you and the love life you want to manifest for you. So this is a timeless reading, okay, and it's meant for anyone drawn to this reading. So trust that you are here for a reason, okay? And let's dive into this energy, okay? And guidance from spirit, from the cards to your love life, okay? So just to start a quick collective, I channeled some messages before when I was meditating on your energy, and that song kept coming. That song from Foreigner, I think it's I want to know what love is. I want to know what love is. I want you to show. Yeah. So there is a specific part of that song that came to me, but I don't know how to sing it or anything. So I'll just read a quick part that really caught my attention for this reading. Okay, and it says, "In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life." And then he says, "I want to know what love is." So I do feel like this is probably a collective that tried. I think that you tried. What I'm getting from you is that you tried to find love. You try to put yourself out there. Perhaps you've done some work on yourself, in order to become like this better version of you. Like, perhaps you've tried to heal things as well. You've been working on yourself to try to manifest that, when he says that, I traveled so far. And I'm also getting that for some of you is like literal. You literally traveled so far for love. Like perhaps you even had to move for love. You had to move in order to be with somebody, and yeah, so I'm getting that. I also heard the color blue, so maybe that's your favorite color. What are you wearing right now? The name Jasmine, or the flower, that might be significant. I got Lucas, Vincent, Fiona, and I got Korea. So perhaps you're from Korea, or your other person, okay, is from Korea. And very important, I got this message that says better off alone, kind of a mantra that you've been repeating, like that every time you're kind of sad, you're like, oh, I'm better off alone. And spirit is telling to be a little bit mindful with the mantras that we make for ourselves, sometimes very unconsciously. Okay, it's very unconscious affirmations that we kind of repeat because, it's kind of a common saying, oh, I'm better off alone, I'm better off without this person. Or like, sometimes we keep repeating some mantras, almost like a mantra. We think that it doesn't matter, that it doesn't make a difference, but it does. Our words have a lot of power. Okay, so sometimes this unconscious things that we say, sometimes even like to light up, like the mood about when we're talking about it, like, oh, I'm good on my own, like things like that. If it's not really how you feel about this, if there is like under all of it, you actually want to find love, I think you wouldn't be here if you weren't trying to find love, or if you didn't want to. You gotta be a bit mindful and careful with what you repeat, okay, about love, because energy is very powerful, and what you speak, that energy, when you're putting out, even if it's just like a kind of a joke, it has power. So try to reframe that instead of saying, oh, I'm better off alone. It's like, just change that much. Say, oh, my Prince Charming, my princess is out there somewhere. It's just, I just have to find it, because then you're kind of reframing that. Because imagine you actually trying to manifest love, but you keep repeating or thinking that you're better off alone. The energy is good. The universe is kind of going to think, okay, that's the energy. She wants more of that. She's better off alone. Does it make sense? And I also heard long gone. That's probably something that I don't know if it's for hope or for love, or a person. I'm getting a person that think that this is kind of, or a bit too late. I'm hearing as well for a person, maybe it's too late for love for me. Like perhaps you are older and you think that, this is not gonna happen for you. But listen, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. And I know people that actually found love you know, very late in their lives, like they thought it was late but it wasn't, but just not like conventional time frame that people might think. And it's never late, okay? And I also heard not a match for you. And I put that in as well in quotes because this is perhaps somebody who's been trying dating apps, and you know, perhaps you didn't find anybody there was interesting, or a person that kind of ghosted you. It was not for you or her, okay? That was not a match for your heart, I wrote. Not the right person, or it was not a match for your heart. So this is specific. All right, let's dive into this reading. If you might getting a card from this one to start, as just like setting the tone for your reading, okay? And we got flowers. Look, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment is yours. Wow, look at that. Okay, this is just confirmation that love is in the cards, like literally for you. Okay, be generous. Okay, so we're gonna see what that means. That might be part of the lesson. Perhaps be generous with your time, with your energy. Perhaps, you know, not being so close or something like that. I feel like getting one more, Spirit, one more for this collective, for their love. What is blocking them to finding their love? What is blocking them for what's the block? What's kind of in the way of them finding love? Okay, for the collective. Okay, let's go. Voyage. Wow, look, I said something about travel, right, on the collective messages. You already have all the answers. Voyage. Okay, so I think that, yeah, some of you actually, like, you know, in the song he says, I traveled so far. Like, perhaps you did, you know, you even, like, I'm hearing a person that even looked overseas for love, you know, out of your comfort zone. Like, you traveled and you put yourself out there. And I do feel that is for some of you, right? And the message that you already have all the answers. I think that, you know, it's a matter that, like I said in the beginning, perhaps you've been putting some work in this already. And for a lot of you, I think that you kind of know already why, perhaps what is kind of in the way of you and love in a way. Didn't shuffle. I feel like you do kind of have an idea of possible blockages for you. For example, if you are too picky or something like that. But let's get into the tarot, okay? Let's find out what the block is, okay? For the collective, Spirit. What's blocking the collective to finding love? Oh, from love finding them, actually. Okay, I got two that kind of fell here. Okay. Then bottom of the deck, we got Temperance. And okay, I feel like those two are kind of important here, okay? Because we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and we got the Temperance as well on the bottom. But I split in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There is a message there. Okay, so for this block, we got Four of Cups in reverse. And we got Six of Swords. Yes, Six of Swords, okay? As the block. And Temperance on the bottom with the split in the Wheel of Fortune is something that you kind of having a hard time letting go of. Okay, so, you know, when the Four of Cups comes in reverse, it talks about awakening to opportunities, okay? It talks about readiness for change. So you might be coming out of some sort of period of emotional stagnation, for example, okay? But there's still some lingering doubts. I think that if perhaps you are putting yourself out there, okay? It's not like this card on the upright that talks about, you know, failing to see opportunities. I do feel like you are putting yourself out there for those opportunities, okay? Perhaps you were in a moment that you were not. You were kind of stagnant, but you decided to get out there and try, which is beautiful, okay? But there is still underlying fear, okay? Perhaps you are looking too much into, oh, look, timer. Perhaps you are looking too much into a specific person, or too much of a specific type, you know. That's not for everyone. But there is someone here that might have be. That's the second time I mentioned here. Like, have a very peaky kind of idea of a person that you should date. I mean, you have to have your standards. Don't get me wrong. It's perfect to have standards, but are those standards, or you just like nitpicking, like, oh, this person has too much of a big mouth, or their neck is too long. I'm getting like something like that perhaps it comes for fear, so it's just kind of a defensive mechanism. It's not because you are this shallow or anything. It's just that sometimes, because he didn't like I didn't know, I didn't like his perfume. Instead of talking to the person and addressing that the perfume was kind of not, it was a bit off-putting perhaps for you, you just ditch the person completely instead of talking about it. But it can be defensive mechanism, finding like little things as almost a little bit self-sabotage, but you are putting yourself out there, even though there is this underlying fear of perhaps missing out on the perfect connection if you remain with a person that you don't feel like it's perfect. So might sometimes prevent you from recognizing love in all shapes and forms. Okay, with the Six of Swords, I do feel like you're in this transition moment of leaving something behind, some emotional baggage, but perhaps not completely, because on the split we got the Wheel of Fortune on the reverse. Okay, so there's still some karmic things there for you to release. I do feel like that there is still some karmic baggage to be released. There is a need to move on from a past emotional wound or relationship. You might be holding on still to some unresolved pain. All right, take it as resonates. Okay, collective. This is still a collective reading, but you will know what this is about if you feel like sometimes we think that we moved on. But with this message here, Voyage, you already have all the answers. I do feel like in your core, you know what this is about. You do realize there's still some kind of pain lingering there. Okay, so there might be holding on to unresolved pain or memories that keep you kind of anchored in this past energy, preventing you from fully stepping into really new possibilities. Okay, so while you are aware of the need to heal and move forward, which I do feel like you are quite aware, it's like you have the map, you know already the directions there, right? Linking to attachments, there is this inability to kind of fully release the past, and the block might be that. Okay, love can only find you when you are emotionally ready to accept it. And these cards, they point to this transition, though, this transition phase, where you're still working, I believe, to heal those past wounds. Okay, with the bottom of the deck, with the Temperance here, all right. There's a need for balance, patience, and integration. So allow yourself to be kind to yourself. Have patience with yourself too. I think that's it. That's great that you're putting yourself out there, because, but don't feel frustrated if it's not something that happens right away. The process of healing and finding love requires self-compassion as well. So it suggests that you're in the process of letting that go. Be kind to yourself. You're gonna blend those experiences and turn them to wisdom, creating like this emotional harmony. So take one step at a time. When I split the deck and it was the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I do feel like there might be some delays here. But there also, I do feel strongly the resistance to change. Like I said here, there's still something holding on. Perhaps it was a contract, like those soul contracts that can be quite hard to let go, even when you moved on and you feel like, oh my God, why is this energy still lingering? But it highlights the feeling that things are moving sometimes in your favor. You might feel like, oh, there's nobody out there for me, Like I said, sometimes those things that we keep repeating, right, to ourselves, like mantras, I'm better off alone and things like that. It's very important to be mindful with those, okay? Perhaps that's something that you are kind of creating karma for yourself. You're kind of creating that blockage for yourself if you keep repeating that. I'm never going to find the right person and things like that, right? So be careful with your affirmations, okay? This could be also tied to resisting natural flow of life. If you're trying to control the narrative, for example, if you are nitpicking and like, you know, you kind of trying to control the narrative, you prevent love from happening organically and naturally and just like letting love come and flow into your life, right? So this card kind of reinforces the message here from the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups, that your journey is one of releasing resistance, trusting timing of love, encourages for you to let go of fears, okay? Let's get some cards here of this lesson for you here, or what else? Is there anything else that you need to know about this? What is the lesson here for you with this karmic situation, maybe? What's the lesson for the collective with this block, with this stagnation in love right now? Look, it revealed itself, so I'm going to keep it. Those three actually revealed itself, okay? We got death, look, rebirth. Death and rebirth in the bottom. I love this one. See that she's like creating roots and like this strong card. So this is also the lesson here is for you all, not only to let go of the past, okay, but this is very transformative for you as well. So it's something that has to end. It's something that has to end, and you have to let go of in order for you to rebirth, like in order for you to, you know, have this new beginning for you. We got, look, the lesson is the Star, Four of Swords, the Hanged One. Wow, wow, collective. Look, the Star, your lesson here is to heal from this. You know, the Star can talk about that glow up that comes after healing, after, you know. Four of Swords talks about time for like rest, you know, letting your heart heal too. The underlying energy of death here is at the heart of this lesson. You're being called to release the old and allow the new to come in in order for you to grow, right? More aligned version of yourself wants to emerge from this, okay? The Star, Four of Swords, Hanged Man here. The lesson is about hope, healing, trusting the universe. You're being guided to connect with your inner light. Believe the possibilities of love. The lesson here is to learn how to reconnect with hope and faith in love. Okay? Even after heartbreak, challenges, this card encourages you to believe in your ability to attract the love you deserve. But healing is necessary. It's a very important step of this process. It also highlights the importance of aligning with your true self, okay? The Four of Swords encourages you to rest, to recover, introspection. So maybe perhaps in order for you to heal that, if you are a person that is constantly going on dates and dating apps and all of that, putting yourself out there, which is good, I think Spirit is telling you perhaps to take a break though. Try to see things from a different perspective. Take a break to heal from that, because you know what's important is that sometimes we think that just by moving on and finding someone else right away, you know, we're going to be able to heal. There is this saying that in order for you to heal a broken heart, you have to, you know, find someone else for you to give it. But it's not like that. Sometimes there is some time that we need of introspection, self-reflection, to see things from a different perspective in order to be able to heal that. So this card here in the middle reminds of the sometimes being quiet, the quiet moments of self-care, right? Also talks about self-care. Create a space for love, but start nurturing yourself first, right? She's here in this hammock, she's chilling, some butterflies. And, you know, make time for yourself, because that love has to come from within first. You know, the lesson is to let that love come from within first, and then it's going to be reflected on your outside world. The Hanged Man talks about surrender, right? New perspectives, patience as well. Again, because we had the Temperance. So let go of trying to control how this is going to play out, when love will appear, how this person is going to be. Yes, it's important to have intentions. I want my person to be fun, adventurous, to travel with me. That's beautiful. But perhaps stop focusing on things that are not so important. Like, I don't know, perhaps I really want a blonde one. I mean, we all have a type, but you know what? It's kind of a... Or perhaps I want to meet this person in this specific space. I want it to be very special. But those things are not really... Sometimes it's the way you try to control the narrative, like how it's gonna play out. Okay. Trust that sometimes delays, or when something's not happening, it's for a reason. All right, they are opportunity for you to grow. Okay? So they teach you that about healing, hope, surrender. All of the things that are essential here for this, okay? This growth. Now I want to kind of get the guidance here is, it's already here for you, right? I do want to get like a little peek. Once you're able to do that, okay, to let go from the past, okay, collective, I want to give a little peek into your love life, you know, what awaits for you once you are able to get away, to unblock this, okay? Once you're able to really heal the past, take some time to heal, all right? And become that, have that glow up from the inside out, I'm hearing, okay? Self-care. Once you do that, I want to have a peek into your love life. What awaits for you? What's going to unfold? What kind of love you can expect? Ooh, okay, we got some already. There you go. Look, King of Cups on the bottom. You're going to attract, you know, emotional fulfillment from this person. This person's going to be at the same energy, the same frequency, right? Wow, beautiful. And then we also have, look, this, oh, come on. The Sun. I don't have to say anything else. The Sun, happiest card in the deck, in any tarot deck. The Sun is just pure joy, happiness. Two of Wands, planning the future. You're going to be able to plan the future with this person. And then we have Seven of Wands in reverse. Your guard is going to be down, right? Because the Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground. You have sometimes to kind of be a bit defensive. Sometimes, you know, you don't have the ability to let love in. You put up defenses, and you have sometimes, even when you are in a relationship, you feel like you cannot be yourself sometimes. So you put up like this guard. You kind of put some ground rules. So perhaps the person doesn't see the real you. You protect yourself. But this is ending. Once you're able to heal from this, you know, the wall is going to be down. You're going to be able to experience joy with this King of Cups energy here, right? The underlying energy is of a person that is benevolent, that is kind, that is attuned with their emotions. And you're going to be happy, joy. Two of Wands, you're going to be able to plan ahead with this person without feeling scared to do so. Is a beautiful, optimist outcome here. After this healing, after you're able to let this go, okay? You will know what this is. After you give yourself permission to heal, self-care. Look, the possibility here is so beautiful. You step into this phase of positivity. I was gonna say positive and I said possibilities, but you know, this is just love will feel warm, authentic. You're gonna be able to explore new horizons in love. You will approach them with more clarity as well. We have the moon. It looks like the moon here, but she's like holding it. No more secrets. It's like you're going to be open to stepping outside of your comfort zone, because you know this is perhaps a comfort zone when you are being more defensive and all of that, but this is, you're going to feel so much more authentic. You know, you feel less need to guard your heart. This is about releasing past struggles and allowing yourself to be vulnerable in love. And the King of Cups signifies that the ultimate outcome here is this emotional stability. A deep connection with yourself and others, but with your partner as well. This energy points to attracting or becoming as well a partner who is emotionally mature, kind, supportive. Wow. And look, we also have the Queen of Wands here. That's like king and queen vibe. Like you feel empowered to step into love with more confidence. I'm very happy for you. I do feel like getting one last closing message from this oracle for you. Wait a second. I do feel like getting one with, okay, let's put it here because I don't have much space. Just one final message for this beautiful, beautiful love reading. And princess, oh my God, look at that. You're going to be treated like a princess. And also it says you can be your own knight. Like right now, exactly, that's what you need. Remember, right now, practice some self-care, self-love. Allow yourself to heal. I think some of you will be going on some kind of trip, some traveling involved. Okay? And yeah, wow, beautiful, beautiful energy. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Okay? And thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. If it resonated, please leave a comment. Okay, let me know if it resonated. Let me know if the song resonated as well somehow. And also if any of the channel messages resonated, please let me know in the comments. Okay, subscribe to this channel. Still very small, but you know, it's growing and I am posting content daily here for you. All right, thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.